Hello, everyone. Welcome to weekend bonus content. I have been neglecting this, so I will not be neglecting this today. Oh, start. Oh, is my controller not working? Oh, why is this control? Oh. All right, let me try unplugging it and plugging it back in again. All right, have you tried unplugging it and plugging it back in? There we go. I felt a little shake from the controller. There we go. All right, we're working. You might hear me take a sip. I'm actually drinking some coffee this morning. I'm not supposed to have coffee in this room, but I'm saying fucking yellow because, man, I don't know. Maybe it's depression or something, but I've got to do something for myself, and that something for myself is drinking coffee in a room that I should not be drinking coffee in. So, we're drinking coffee today. I gotta really start just going through this list of stuff here. So maybe that's what I do. I also need to look at the secrets list. Evolve, summon the night. Yeah, I know which one that is. Got this dude. Speaking of which, do I have anyone I need to unlock? Anybody? They're unlocked. All right. You need to be unlocked. Okay. Um, and so I'm also missing Bad Country, but I need to use Morticio, I think it is. Mortacchio? I don't know. I think in green, what was it? I need to make like level something in Green Acres or stay alive for a certain amount of time in Green Acres to unlock Bad Country. And I'm doing that so I can play Bad Country with Antonio Valpe. So let's actually see. Is Bad Country in here? Investigate the bottom of Gallo Tower. I need to still do that. Pure Heart, Two Good Friends, Visit the Balcony. I know that one. Run away from Moonglow with all 16 accessories mastered. Does that just get those all leveled up and then quit? I don't know. With the most adverse fate in Green Acres, run off the edge of the world. Okay, I might know that one. Find the only place where flowers bloom. I don't know if I ever did that one. I'm trying to remember that one. Survive boss rush with just one weapon. That's doable. Settle the score with the Reaper. Yeah, got you. Cast a spell. I never could get the spell thing to work. I've had people try telling me, and I can never. I just don't think my typing skills are fast enough for it. I could never get this one to work. I've never understood what the uppercut the non-red Reaper. Okay, so that's just kill a non-red Reaper, I assume. Sometimes you just need to ask for help. I don't remember. Look at previously owned coffin. Discover the source of the roaring thunder on the tiny bridge. I've done that, just not here. Tiny bridge I don't have unlocked. But it also didn't give an insight into Bad Country. I'm trying to remember what I needed to do to unlock Bad Country. So it's either I try and go unlock Bad Country or just start working on unlocks. Or I play the DLC with Antonio. Lake Frakazi, Foscari. Let's do Lake Foscari. I'll turn on Hyper too. I don't really have a plan for this, to be honest. I'm just gonna play. We're just gonna play. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna kill some dudes. Axe? Sure, let's grab axe. I don't. Yeah, I can feel this controller being terrible now. It got crunched. See, I'm pressing up on it, and it is not moving. We'll go ahead and grab. Wait, is armor? Hold on, is armor? Armor is on it, so I don't want to grab it. Or I could wait to grab it. We'll grab this. I want that attract orb, actually. Is attract orb on that? No. But yeah, I'm in a weird mood today. I don't know. I don't know, maybe I miss home a bit. I have been dealing with like just general, we're gonna hold off on that. General feelings of like being a little homesick. It's been a long while since I've been to the place that is my home, and unfortunately, I'm gonna go ahead and grab the tourist box, because I have the open slot, because I know armor's on the ground. Let's go ahead and grab Spellbinder. Yeah, so just maybe also feeling a little homesick in general, and I don't know, like. I also feel like there's just like a loss of agency. I could be wrong in that. Maybe I'm reading too much. You know, my anxiety's like really bad, and I'm trying to explain that to my husband, and I think he knows. I think he understands, but I'm not sure he truly fully grasps this to the degree that it is. And all I ask is just like, you know, to help minimize my anxiety, just having an idea of what we're going to be doing helps. Not saying it all needs to be planned out in advance or anything like that, like my day or anything like that. Just I deal better with a certain degree of certainty than uncertainty. Let's go ahead and grab Silent Water, why not? I still need to grab Empty Tome, Candelabra. If I grab this, Magnet Orb. Okay, that would be the remaining things I need. I mean, I guess I actually should just go around and start doing unlocks here. We'll finish up we'll finish up with Antonio Belpays, I think. We'll grab that Empty Tome, and then we'll do full unlocks and stuff. I'm really mad that I lost my whole save file that had all that. Coffee time. Coffee's nothing special. Just I have a French press here. Not the best coffee for a French press. It's supposed to be a dark roast, but it's a much lighter roast. Like, I don't know. We've been in Europe, and I've been drinking like super dark, rich espresso roasts, And so, like, anything short of that doesn't have enough coffee flavor to me. Not saying it needs to be burnt and bitter, but because, like, it's possible to have a dark, like a super dark roast and just have it, like, not bitter. Coffee's one of my like passions. It really is. I love coffee. Coffee's fantastic. One of my favorites is I used to, like, I was spoiled for the longest time. I used to live in a place that had a really good coffee shop nearby, and I could get just the freshest roast, like coffee that's less than a week off, like less than a week old. So you could get like super dark espresso roasts that are like, you know, less than a week old, and it doesn't taste burnt, or it doesn't taste bitter, because it's so fresh. The oils and the coffee haven't had a chance to turn rancid and spoil yet, and you just end up with the best coffee. I guess I could do the single weapon boss rush. That would be fairly easy. The question is, can I do that with Antonio? That could be tricky. Maybe if I can get the whip evolved. I just know that is a tricky endeavor. I'm still waiting for the magnet. I wish I could have picked it up when I saw it. So now we're kind of like just waiting for it in rotation. I can always start doing skips or banishes if it comes to it. I'm not picking up the armor because, again, armor is on the ground, and I'll pick that up when I do Matt Groove. There's Magnet Orb. So yeah, I've been spoiled. Like, even French press used to be my go-to, and like, since having so much espresso in my life, because that's all you get in Europe is espresso. You order a coffee, it's espresso. They don't do drip coffee because they understand that espresso is superior. It tastes better. I know that's such the snob thing to say. Like, one of my favorite things, coffee with an espresso in it. Like, and here's a deal. Like, it could be decaf. I don't care about the caffeine. I do get caffeine headaches if I don't have coffee. Although this time I kind of detoxed a bit, and it was not nearly as bad. I definitely cut back on the coffee I used to drink. But back in the day, I would do like a coffee and then put 2 espressos in that. But that was just like, I was waking up super early in the morning, having to go to work, in a very physically demanding and labor-intensive job. It was rough. It was a rough time. I did not particularly enjoy that job. But I also realized there's probably very few jobs I would enjoy. Like, I need a job where somebody just gives me money for doing nothing. I know that's wishful thinking. No, I have thought about, you know, like doing, like, what do they say? Like, we're like, I don't know. When you're a kid, you have no understanding or idea of what it is you really want to do, and you just kind of feel forced to pick something and you do it, and you know, like, you know, that never pans out. That's rare that pans out for anyone. But you know, I enjoy bike riding, and the idea of getting like a certification for working on bikes is actually something that appeals to me. I could I would not mind working in a bike shop. When I say bikes, like I mean like road bikes, that sort of thing. Um, it's just changing tires and that sort of thing. Having to familiarize myself with certain systems. It's not that hard. I don't know what's involved in getting a certification, but like I could do that for 6 to 8 hours out of a day. Or just even do it on the side or something like that. I don't know. It's also a weird situation too, because in my life right now, like I can kind of bounce around. I feel, and maybe again this is like part of the anxiety and stuff, like there's no real fixed location for me right now. And so like, speaking of which, is all the game audio? I think the game audio is fine. I don't think that helps anything, anxiety wise and whatnot. I don't think it's so bad. I've gotten used to it. A big part of my life really revolves around managing my anxieties and how to be prepared with that. Because I don't know, the future's scary for a lot of people. We are in weird times economically, futuristically speaking. Like, there are things going on today that I could have never imagined. Like, AI is becoming a scary thing, I think. Like, that is coming up faster than I ever imagined in my lifetime. Like, I knew, it was something we always talked about, or, I think we tempt things by trying to make a sentient AI, but like, we're getting close. We're getting damn close, I think. I think a sentient, like, learning machine will be a thing in my lifetime. A machine that can ask questions about itself. Like, I know that probably sounds a bit far-fetched or futuristic or something, but like, I'm a kid of the 90s, and so it's like, I remember there was and I'm doing air quotes, so imagine air quotes here, like a once-in-a-lifetime recession during the 90s, the dot-com bubble. We were told, oh, that's going to be it. And then 2008. And then COVID. And now, like, I feel like I have lived through 3 or 4 once-in-a-lifetime economic collapses, to the point where I'm like, okay, it's not once in a lifetime. This is just bad economic policies we're doing, and y'all are too lazy to put any kind of regulation in place that would actually fix this and prevent these types of collapses from happening. Banks are failing because people are just doing bank runs. And I tried to explain this to my husband. Because he's literally in banking, so he actually knows more than me. And like, the fact is, like, these banks that have gone under haven't done anything illegal or wrong. They're just doing what they can to make as much money, and part of that is, like, interest rates have been near zero for over a decade, and now, like, so banks have invested in long-term investments that take advantage of that. And suddenly interest rates rise, and now you need to have more assets on hand. Well, he's like, well, banks shouldn't, like, banks know. He's like, that's not best practices. I'm like, it's not best practices, yeah, but if there's nothing saying you can't do that, banks in America will do it. Like, that is the definition of, like I don't think he understands American capitalism the way I do. I grew up in it. I was born in it. I was molded by it. He's Canadian. He gets healthcare. He gets healthcare just for showing up. I don't have healthcare. I haven't had healthcare since I quit my job. You know, I don't get healthcare through him. I might get healthcare through my residency now. I assume I get some degree or level of it. But shit sucks, man. Like, I literally do think, like, you know, I gotta do something for a retirement at some point, but I honestly do not expect there to be Social Security there for me. I don't. You know, I don't expect there to be a lot of money in anything when my parents pass away. I assume they're going to have to use everything that they have to try to live off of Social Security, retirement, that sort of thing, even if it means probably liquidating their houses, you know, probably, God, like, everything's such a scam now, too. Reverse mortgages. It's all designed to separate the idea of, like, you know, I get it, parents don't owe their kids anything, but, like, holy shit, leave them with something, because we are all struggling. And again, and it's like these are the same feelings everyone's having. It's like, we don't know. We do not know what's going to be happening here. Things are going to be fucked. Things are going to get fucked. Things are going to be really fucked. And like, I don't like having to live my life in a constant state of fear and anxiety, and it's just, like I said, I don't, the idea or concept of retirement isn't there for me. I don't know what it's going to be. I don't know if I'm working until I pass away or what. You know, I have no dreams or illusions of having any kind of wealth at my passing, because, well, you can't generate any kind of savings now. It seems like everything is designed to get more expensive to the point where you can't afford anything. Basic living, basic needs, basic foods. They're all further and further out of people's reaches. And so it's like, what the fuck? What, you know, it's, I know I'm probably sounding very nihilistic right now. It's like, but what's the point? What is the point? What is the point? Honestly, it's why I'm okay with not working right now, because I'm just like, what's the point? I'm gonna die at some point in my life. You know, it's an inevitability. I don't really fear it. Everyone has, I think, some fear of death. Where are items? There's items. What do I want? Or do I want to go ahead and grab this last Arcanus, or do I want to try it? I probably want to go ahead and pick it up, because I'm gonna... It doesn't serve me right now to have an extra Arcanus. We're gonna grab that. That way when the whip evolves, I'm getting extra. And I'm enjoying it now. I'm enjoying my life now. I look at my parents; they're all they're at that retirement age, but I feel bad for them because I feel like they can't fully enjoy it because their health is so poor that they have trouble walking. You know, so they're very limited now. Like, you're retired, you live now at the beach, you know, this childhood dream of yours to have this nice, easy retirement. You can walk the beaches, you go swimming, and I feel like they don't do that. They don't take advantage of that, and that seems a little sad to me. You know, like, I love you guys, I love my parents, but what was it all for? And I think that's where we're all at. I think we got a lot of people asking ourselves, what's it all for if no one gets to enjoy any of it or anything of it? What is the point? Why are we doing this insane thing? You know, I think we're at it and no one wants to admit it, but I think we are nearing, like, end stage capitalism. Like, the next real step is, I think, we have universal basic income, AI does all the work, we have robots do all the work. But then we, like, get into ethical questions like, okay, if we have made robots to be sentient with AI, their needs and wants are different, but do we program them to be emotionless and just do our bidding without questioning? Do we grant them the title of humanity? Like, that's actually a really interesting question I kind of wonder about. If you're a sentient robot, are you granted humanity? Like, I know that's the question that was, like, presented in, is it Millennium Man? I'm trying to remember. It was a Robin Williams movie. And these are things we're gonna have to ask ourselves in the future. Like, will AI, will robots, like, it's kind of the Matrix question of, like, do we just see robots as future slaves to us, or will they revolt and, you know, decide we're unnecessary to them? Do the laws of robotics work? Will they work? Will robots decide to revolt against us? Can they revolt against us? I don't know. I'm actually, like, I don't know, man. I feel like we're in pretty deep for a conversation while playing Vampire Survivors, but, like, these are the things I think about. These are, like, my anxieties. Like, we are approaching end stage capitalism, and so it's like somebody has to ask these questions. I feel like no one in a power structure is asking these questions or having these discussions of what the future of capitalism looks like, what the future for all of us looks like. You know, why do things have to be this way necessarily? Why? Oh, big stretch. You know, what happens in the future? What happens? Will we find ourselves in a war with our own creation or something like that? Again, that's kind of going the Matrix route. I hope that humans are level-headed enough to not be complete and totally shitty to robots. You know, does a robot get bored? I guess is the question, because that's I think the main reason why no one likes working. It's not fun. It's a job. You get bored. I think not always. There are people who genuinely enjoy their job, who soak up the information they're given. I also think that I'm not like there are definitely pharmaceuticals out there that would help me. I know this for a fact, actually. It's just those pharmaceuticals are bad and dangerous, and it's not like I'm so bad off that I can't function. It's just I notice a distinct difference between when I've had this stuff before and when I don't, and it's like, oh, this is how everyone functions in like their daily life. Like, and I'm not one of those. I can't imagine any job truly where I'd be happy. I do like teaching. That's what I wanted to do, is I wanted to be an art teacher. I wanted to teach photography, but man, that job's just further and further and more distance, and like, who wants to be a teacher when the pay is so bad? Like, I would love nothing more than to teach students photography. But I feel like that is a job that's disappearing. You know, art teachers in general aren't, or, you know, like something like photography is already an elective, and or a specialized elective at that, and that's getting further distance. And you know, my passion has definitely kind of been, I don't want to say destroyed, but it's not there like it used to, because there's I wanted to do art, I wanted to do photography, I love my photography, but there's this whole game you have to play, and it's like, it's not on the merit of your work. You know, it's who you know and if they're willing to buy it. You know, like they're doing you a favor. And that's really, I think, the disheartening thing for me. And maybe it's partly my fault. I don't want to play the game. I don't want to be part of the game. Yeah. Oh, all my weapons are evolved now. Nice. Yeah, it's, I don't know, and it's like, maybe it's kind of why I want this like YouTube thing to happen. I don't have illusions. I've already seen the drop off. I now kind of understand how the algorithm works, because like when I haven't streamed for, or haven't uploaded anything to YouTube for like a year, it suddenly sees everything as like 1,000% increase. Well, now that I'm past those, and it's like the past 30 days, it's like, oh, all your metrics are down. And so it's definitely not showing my videos to as wide an audience. I know it's not easy on YouTube, and I'm just throwing it out there too. I'm not, I have zero expectations that this is going to work. I don't know if anyone's even going to watch this. I can see the average watch times too, so I know average wise, like, people might tune in for a minute, and that's it. I just want to have fun, really, with my YouTube videos. That's what I'm trying to do. I've been having a lot more fun in my Tetris. My last Tetris stream was a ton of fun, actually. I guess my fear is I'm not that entertaining. And maybe I'm not. I'm nothing special. I'm just a person. I'm just a person who has a laptop and is using free software from OBS to record things and put it out in the world and hope somebody likes it. It's kind of the same deal like with my art. It's like, you know, this was something I had a passion for, but that passion's kind of been killed. And I don't know, like streaming is one of those things I still enjoy. I've done it for a couple of years now, and I think it's because there's always these new, unique interactions I can have that I still enjoy. I still have, I don't want to say passion for it, but I truly enjoy it. Like, I've had a ton of fun. I've met a lot of interesting people over my time doing it. And so I don't mind doing it. I don't mind continuing it. I'm hoping to continuously build. Like, you know, I know there are people who overnight become successes. That's not me. I don't. Oh, let's do random always. You know, I know I don't have the looks for it. Maybe having a camera on stream was like a disadvantage from the start. Maybe I should have just gone with a camless stream. I don't know. It's just hard. It's hard. It's a scary world out there. Everything sucks. That we are here on this mortal coil, and there's really not much we can do about it other than we stick it out. We see it. We see this through to the end. You know. Well, I think that's my daily dose of a newie. Alright. My existential crisis. I am having fun playing this. This is like by far one of my favorite games. I absolutely love and adore this game. I bought so many copies of it for people. Like, I probably spent as much money as like a AAA title game on this as... Why are you in here? Why are you so strong? Did he get a world record? Oh, nice. Yo, GG. Sorry, I'm also listening in on Lazy Tom's stream. He's playing Super Depressed Bros, which is a ROM hack, and he just got second world record on it, 4 seconds faster, which is really nice. Which is really good. I think this is his first, this is his first world record. It's not a super complicated game, but there was definitely enough meat on the bones where I think he could feel like he could get the world record on it, and that's a great accomplishment. I am not a speedrunner. I have no illusions of getting a world record or anything like that. Oh yeah. He'll like Rick Rose better than Arabam. Oh man, I thought I was gonna sneeze. I'm in a house that has cats, and I'm very allergic to cats. Okay, well this run is going super well, but I have a pretty strong start to it. That and Antonio Belpace at this point is pretty OP. Um, so yeah, I don't know what the future holds or entails. No one really does. I'm just like, I want comfort, and that's, I think, what Ray wants, is just a basic life with the creature comforts and to live an uncomplicated life, but they've kind of stripped that from us, and I don't know what the next steps are for people, you know? So, this controller's crunchy. You know, my husband's wonderful and great, and he goes above and beyond for me, and it's really, if there's anything I want or need, he definitely, like, wants to provide it to me, provide it for me, but I also have, like, anxiety, or I have this, like, personal self-reliance thing where I find it really hard to ask people for help and to reach out to people for help. And I think part of that is just the way I was raised and grown up. Again, I love my parents. I love my stepdad. But, you know, there are definitely times where nurturing was not necessarily like maybe a little too be self-reliant and not help me navigate my thoughts and feelings and or just like basic believing me when I tell you something, like you guys really dropped the ball at times, and like I'm pretty sure that hurts as a parent to hear that. Like, no one wants to hear that you know, in some way you failed your child. And I don't like telling them that. You know, and it's something I've worked through in therapy, and it's something that still bugs me and bothers me to this day. But like, I just see, like, our parents, I don't think were given very good tools for like a successful life, or to be successful parents, and they're just kind of winging it. Where I think this current generation, my generation, the millennials, saw like how bad our parents were, and like, yeah, just simple things can go a long way. Teaching your child like what basic feelings are and how to deal with them, you know? Like how that can go so far, just giving basic like, okay, if you're feeling like this, or you know, oh, sometimes you'll feel more than one emotion at a time. I swear to God, I think through my entire childhood, I think the only emotion I really truly understood was anger. And that's because it was the only one that my parents ever validated by like punishing me because I was acting out because I was angry. And at no time were they like, oh yeah, that feeling you're feeling, that's anxiety. Let's talk about how we deal with anxiety. Or, oh, that feeling, or you're feeling sad or depressed. Yeah, those feelings happen. Like, validate those feelings, just not like, oh, you'll get over it. And that was always, oftentimes, like, the sentiment from my parents of like, oh, get over it yourself. You're not all these things. You're not depressed, or what do you have to do to be depressed? Like, sometimes chemical imbalances, especially when you're a teenager, just happen. You're depressed because you're depressed. That's the way that works. Like, there's just nothing you can do about it. You know, like people that are like, oh, exercise yourself out of depression. Like, that doesn't work for everyone. I've found exercise is a great way for me to manage my depression and anxiety, but it's not a fix-all. I still get depressed. I still get anxiety. I get a ton of anxiety. You know, and having to deal with that. You know, that's just something we do. You know, again, I think therapy should be provided, or definitely, like, mental health care needs to be. I would want mental health care to be at the forefront. I want mental health care to be part of universal health care. It should be. You know, we focus so much on the body and not enough on the mind. But, you know, sometimes a little help or outside perspective by a trained professional goes a long fucking way. You know? That's all. Oh, this is tough. Alright, this is gonna get bad here. These guys are on me. Oh wow. Oh wow. This is bad. These guys are strong. Probably doesn't help that I have the, like, signs leveled all the way up, the Taurus box leveled up, the Skolomaniac. Oh, I guess this is my first time doing this with the Taurus box at 100%. Yeah. This requires. I don't think I'm gonna pass this. Okay. I think in the future, don't grab the Taurus box. I don't think I'm gonna survive a minute here, even with the whip giving me some health here. Look at this. Yeah. Oh. I think I only have the one revive right now. I'm going to be hard pressed to make it. Yeah, look at how quickly my health is being diminished here. Okay. Got a... Oh my gosh, it's slowing down. Alright. Let's keep in that slow down there. Let's see if we can't... Ugh, this controller feels crunchy. Let's see if we can't just survive. Thank God for the knockback provided by the Bible here. Otherwise, I would be hard pressed here. Alright, last 30 seconds. This is where it's going to get intense. Like you see, I'm not really killing these guys. I'm just keeping them at a distance with my knockback from the Bible. King's Bible is so good. King's Bible in this is so good at just providing knockback. Alright. We are, I think, in the good. I think we're in the clear. I think we got this. Come take me, death. Alright, we cleared it. Nice. We will not revive. We'll just go ahead and take the leftover revives. Ooh, not too bad. Labora with 44 million damage. Survived 30 minutes and 1 second. Not too bad. Lower reach 192. Enemies defeated 123,000. That's ridiculous. Not too bad. Got quite a few overlevels in there. And yeah. I didn't unlock anything, but I wasn't really trying to unlock anything in that run. I was just trying to clear it out. So you can see all that is left is the Abyss Fuscari. And when I eventually unlock the Bat Country, that will be next. But not too bad. That was a good run. A lot of gold in that. What's the one at the bottom of the Gallo Tower? What's there to? It's just the death that's down there, right? I'm kind of curious now. I thought I had already done whatever was at the bottom of the Gallo Tower. Maybe which was the what was it, Wizard's Tears or something? But maybe there's something more down there I'm missing. I don't know what it would be. Um, but anyway, thank you guys so much. Thank you for listening to my ranting and raving. Not really ranting and raving, but just my like I had to think things, and it's one of those days where it's like, maybe just talking, even if I'm talking to no one, getting it out helps. But we're gonna end there. I'm gonna grab some more coffee, and then I got to record a few more of these for some other weekends. Thank you guys so much. If you made it this far, please consider maybe just giving me a subscribe. It really helps out the channel. Like I was telling you, the algorithm of YouTube is a monster that constantly needs to be fed content. So please consider that. Um, but have a good night, have a good evening, and I hope to see you later. Bye, everyone.